What's up, guys? This is SonicSol here with another video. This time I wanted to make a video talking about the 5 ways that I end up learning a character very easily, like a new character that I want to play. Smash that like button and subscribe, hit that bell. I'm making another video on fighting games, I know, but I have another channel called SS Variety where all of my variety content, all the other games that I play like Shin Megami Tensei or Stellar Blade or Persona, that'll be all on that channel. So you should check that out if you want to see non-fighting game stuff. I'm going to be working hard on that channel. But back to the fighting game content. For credentials' sake, just to prove that I can play like a multitude of characters in this game, my Luke is at master rank, right? I got my Manon to master rank. I got JP to master rank. I got Cammy to master rank. She was the first character I got to master rank within like 2 days. Ryu, I got to master rank. And then I also got Ken to master rank as well. And then I also got Aki to master rank. And finally, I have Akuma at master rank, and I'm just working on him right now. So I have 8 different characters in master rank. If you know what you're doing, it's very easy to be able to get master rank, especially if you have the fundamentals down pat. I'm just gonna go over the 5 reasons now. So the first one, definitely go into the combo trials and the character guides. That's my first tip for you guys. Go into the character guides and the combo trials, because these 2 modes will tell you the basics of the character. It'll give you an actual game plan on what to do. So for example, if I were to pick a character like, oh, let's go with Cammy, because I play Cammy a lot, right? What I did when I first started the game was I literally looked at the character guides as to how to use each move and where to put this stuff at, right? So for things like cannon strike, it's going to tell me where I should do cannon strike, the dive kick. See, with dive kick, a descending kick performed while airborne, useful as a way to approach an opponent or as a means of continuing your offensive pressure, right? So this move, right, like you can use it to bait anti-airs. If you aim it low to the ground, it's plus. It'll tell you that it's plus when low to the ground. Light will drop you at a steep angle, so it tells you all 3 versions of the dive kick. And then if you always aim at the feet, you'll always be able to attack first, right? So it'll show later on that you'll be able to attack first. And it even allows you to try the move, right? So it lets you try it and see how you can do it. Character guides will tell you like what each move's purpose is for, and it'll also tell you like strategy, like how are you supposed to play the character. You know, mobility's key. You know, as such, keen awareness of one's distance from their target is of utmost importance, as is knowing precisely when to strike. Let's begin with training to keep our opponent in check and learn distances, right? I know y'all probably can't see some of the subtitles because my button layout is blocking it, but I am reading it to you, and it literally shows you like, hey, like you want to check with your long range kicks, like crouching medium kick, standing medium kick. It just shows you like the buttons you should be using. It breaks down the character very, very easily for you to understand, and then it also lets you try things. And as I mentioned before, with the combo trials, it'll let you experiment on doing certain combos. With Akuma, for example, this is one of the combos that's actually really hard to do. When I was learning this combo at first, I'm like, how do I do this? Right? Like I was so confused. I ended up learning this after a while, like this combo. So you see, like I learned this mission mode combo with Akuma, right? But then I'm like, how do I build upon that? How do I make that better? So we ended up optimizing it, right, over the days that he came out. And now we have like a max damage combo that we could do from just like trying the character out in training mode, from using these combo trials and like building upon it and being creative. So this combo does more than what this combo that they're telling us to do does. Like this does 67%. You can use the mission mode combos to create your own combos or like learn new things, and it lets you like try stuff. Try the combo trials, try the character guides. That's my first tip. I know it's a long tip, but that's my first tip. Try them. They will give you a lot of information, something that a lot of fighting games don't actually do. So this is like step 2 is I would pick my character that I want to play. So in this case, Akuma, and I'd pick any character with a 4-frame jab, and that's a lot of characters with a 4-frame jab. And that should be your training dummy, right? What you're first gonna do is you're gonna find a combo that you did in the combo trial. Something simple, something basic, right? So usually it's something like this. Tatsu, right? Like you're gonna do like a light combo in the Tatsu and then sweep. The combo trials actually teach you one of these main combos too. Sometimes they'll teach you like low forward fireball to teach you, hey man, you could build space. Other times it'll teach you like, hey, you can only do this combo crouching from the tutorial. It'll teach you like you have to do this crouching because if you do this, it'll whiff, right? But you want to learn a combo that you can do all the time or a combo that leads into pressure. So I would say like learn a combo off your lights. That's the first thing. Specifically off of like a crouching light kick, right? Because this is a low and it prevents people from walking back. So I would learn like one basic like light confirm and also one basic combo off of like a medium because you're going to be poking with mediums. So like one of your mediums could be a good starter. So for Akuma, crouching medium punch or crouching medium kick is a good starter, right? Because then you could do this, or you could do this, or you could do this, right? If you could hit confirm it. But the point is you want to learn a conversion off of a medium poke and a light starter, because that will allow you to get your offense started. So learn like one combo, just a basic combo, and make sure you can land it 5 times in a row without dropping it. The next thing is to learn an anti-air. The reason why I started with combos before anti-airs, so this is like step 3, is because combos are fun to do. Everybody wants to do combos, right? I showed basic combos just now, but generally speaking, y'all want to jump in and do like all the extra combos that you did from the character guides. But what I'm going to tell you is just do the basic combo first, and then afterwards work your way up and learn like anti-airs. So like, for example, I would say like when you play Akuma or any character, really, doesn't matter what it is, figure out what their anti-air button is, right? And figure out if they have like a DP. Like obviously Akuma has a DP. He also has a crouch and heavy punch that he could use, right? These are 2 really good anti-airs that he has. Other characters are different, right? Like Aki has quarter circle forward heavy punch and then standing heavy kick for her anti-air. Cammy has back medium punch, but then she also has an air grab, and then she also has a DP. Dalsim has like, I think back medium punch or back heavy. I don't know which one it is, the one where he extends his arm up. And then he has another anti-air. So every character has like 2 or 3 grounded anti-airs that they're going to do on the opponent. And when you're learning how to fight somebody using your pokes, which lead into your combos, right? Which leads into this Tatsu. You want to poke with crouch and medium punch or like crouch and medium kick. But what if they jump, right? Then you want to know what your anti-air button is. So that way when they jump, you're ready for it with a crouch and heavy punch or with a DP, right? So that's the next thing. When you learn your combos, you're also learning like how you're landing them through like your pokes. So then your anti-airs are like, okay, what happens if they jump? Because I'm so busy trying to poke at them and then they jump at me. Then you do a DP or you do a crouch and heavy punch, right? Or you do whatever your character's dedicated anti-air button is. So that's 3. The 4th thing I'm going to tell you is learning a setup on their wake up. So like if somebody wakes up with a button, what do you do? Because you don't want capcom mashing on you, right? Go to start, then you go to recording settings, reversal settings. You go to reversal settings. Then at wake up reversal, you pick a slot and you set Luke to do crouch and light punch. Crouch and light punch is the fastest 4-frame button that he's going to be able to do. It's the fastest button. He can't do standing light punch because if he does standing light punch, it's 7 frames. Other characters have a standing light punch. Other characters can do both standing or crouching. But the point is you just want the character to wake up with a 4-frame normal because it's the fastest light normal. It's the fastest button in the game to wake up with before a reversal. Basically, all you're going to do is do the combo you did in step 2. So for Akuma, for example, it would be like this. And you're going to figure out what do you do when they wake up. Generally speaking, I would also recommend you have them set to recover backward because everybody loves to recover backwards, right? So figure out what can you do to make them not press jab. For this, I'm right next to them after 2 dashes, right? So this means I get a setup after. I get to do a standing medium punch. In other cases, I get a grab here. I get a meaty throw. In other cases, I could drive rush and press stand medium punch, right? After the stand fierce, because the stand fierce is gonna hit super meaty, right? See what I'm saying? Okay, well, what if I land a DP? What could I do after this? Oh, that hits meaty after that. Okay. Like, experiment with what you can do. For advanced players, what you should look at the bottom, you see this bar here? You can enable this bar in training mode, right? This bar in training mode is called the frame meter. So you go to screen display setting and you turn on frame meter. And what you can do is look at the top number after you knock them down with a move. So if they get knocked down, you want to look for what the knockdown advantage is, which is in blue. So after light DP grounded, you're plus 38, right? If I do the combo, Tatsu in the sweep, I am plus 42. My dash is 19 frames. So you can add like 19 twice together because we're going to do 2 of them. So that's 38, right? That's 38. Which means if you subtract 38 from 42, you're going to get 4 frames. You're going to be exactly plus 4 after the double dash. This is how you learn like knockdown advantage and frame data to know when it's your turn after you knock someone down, right? That's the more advanced technical way of understanding like what your turn is, like what can you do after you've knocked someone down with a character. And this isn't just for like Akuma, by the way, any character. I'm gonna go to Aki, right? Aki's another good example, right? A lot of people love Aki right now. We all know she gets a safe jump after this, but she's plus 44. Her dash, 19 frames. You subtract it, plus 6. Right? So this is what I mean. If you know now that you're plus after that scenario, if they wake up with a button, you can meaty them, right? You can meaty them and then you get a whole combo. Basically, you could do whatever you want if this hits. So that's the point I'm making, is you can use frame data to understand like knockdown advantage and what you can do on someone's wake up and lab that. This is like very simple ways of labbing your offense, your set play after you've knocked someone down with a button. And this is also important whenever you actually anti-air someone, because sometimes when you anti-air people, right, they are not going to be able to act afterwards, which is why I said in that previous step 3, if you can anti-air someone, now you have knockdown advantage and you can actually play, right? So everything goes into each other, not just knocking someone down from your basic ground combo, but also from anti-airs. That's why it's very important to understand what to do on someone's wake up after you've gotten that hit so you get the reward. I know that was a lot to say, but that's the 4th step. The final step would be to learn what you have that's plus on block. Learn the frame data of your character in terms of what is plus on block. That's what you want to do. You want to know what's plus on block? Set the dummy to block all, right? Block all. Figure out what your plus on block normals are in this game. It is very important because this will tell you, okay, well, if my opponent presses after this, they can't press a button. And then I get to create a mind game between strike throw. So learn what your character's plus frame normals are. For example, Luke, his crouch and medium punch, +1 on block, right? There's +1. All of his other buttons, not really plus, right? They're not really plus at all. But That's where drive rush comes in, right? Drive rush, for example, back heavy punch, -3. It's safe, they can't punish it, but your turn ends unless you cancel, because you can cancel it. But if you drive rush into it, then it becomes +1, right? This is +1 normally, but if you drive rush into it, it's +5, right? If this is -3, if you drive rush into it, it's now +1. You gotta learn your frame data, and it is important because now if I set Ryu to press a button, in this case his standing light punch on block, after he blocks, he's gonna do it immediately, and his standing jab is 4-frame startup. What does this mean? That means that now, if he tries to press this and I do, like, let's say, crouch and medium punch, I could do crouch and light punch because my jab, my crouch and light punch is 4 frames. I have 1 extra frame of advantage from this, which means I can create a frame trap because this will come out 1 frame sooner, which means I'll counter hit him. And then this will obviously go into big beats. You get the start, right? And this could also mean like you could kill, right? Like if you land the combo. So you want to know what's plus on block for your character, for each character too, right? It's very important to know like what your frame data is. Hell, let's go back to Aki. You got to figure out what is plus on block for her. You make sure you just check her buttons. That's -3. That means if we drive rush, that's +1. This it's +1 actually. So if she drive rushes, it's +5, right? So she can use this as a pseudo like check, and then also like frame trap with it. This move, forward heavy kick, +2. She drive rushes into it, that shit is +6. So it's like, once you know what's plus and what's minus, then you can test like frame traps. Like, that's a true block string. He can't even press anything. That's also a true block string because it's 6. It's +6. That right there. That right there, that was a frame trap. But we could do crouch and medium kick, right? Crouch and medium kick we're probably gonna do because it's +5. It's a little bit better, and it's a low. So that's a true block string. That's a frame trap. The stand medium punch. The crouch and medium punch, it frame traps, right? So what I'm trying to get you to realize is that experiment with your buttons, with drive rush, and even without drive rush, and see what you can do, right? Like this is +1, so we know the jab is gonna frame trap. So figure things out, like try things. Try things. See whether or not what you can do will beat the opponent based on like the frame advantage and stuff. That's what you're really in the lab for. So anyway, I think those are the 5 things. To wrap it up, do the combo trials and character guides. That's 1. That's a big one. Learn a basic B&B from your lights and your mediums. Learn what your anti-airs are. When you knock someone down, what do you do on their wake up? How do you frame trap the opponent? Being what buttons do your character have? That's plus. That's what you want to check. When you know those 5 things, I promise you, you'll do better. I promise you, you'll pick up a character and you'll look like you know what you're doing just off of those 5 things alone. If you learned from this video, if you got some like information from it that helped you, please like the video and subscribe to my YouTube channel so you get more fighting game content. Please go over and also subscribe to my SS Variety channel, where I'll be doing a lot of variety content that's not solely fighting games. I'll be focusing on that a little more. And yeah, again, be sure to leave a comment. Let me know if I missed anything, or if there's any other tips you would recommend to people, or if the video was informative to you. Anyway, I'll see y'all in the next one. Y'all be easy. Peace out. SonicSol out.